Welcome to RC Rebels. I'm Killing You, and today we're going to do some tips and tricks on how to prolong your bearings. Because when you build this kit, they don't give you any of this grease for any of your bearings, and that's the first thing you should do whenever you go to start building this kit is get yourself some of this stuff. It's going to prolong the life of the bearings, keep water from getting to them and corroding, since everything that comes in this truck is pretty much waterproof except those. But before we get started, I'll give you a quick overview of what I've done so far to this. You've probably seen on my previous video, Upgrade Build 1, I've replaced the front A-arms with hot racing aluminum. I'm in the process of doing the Sky RC 13.2 brushless censored system, which I will do in a follow-up video. There is hot racing aluminum rear A-arms. Spin this thing around. Hot racing steel CV axles, and I also replaced all metal gears inside the differential. Like I said, I'll do a more in-depth view and review of this whole ECC and motor combo once my Fly Sky receiver gets here. Alright, so I went ahead and removed the tires, the hexes, the pins that come with these things. When I bought the hot racing CV axles, I did not know that the hexes are steel. They're not the plastic ones like stock, and it removes the need for the pins because they're like beveled and they kind of just fit in and lock right in themselves. I was pretty impressed. Did not know it came with those. Alright, so what we're going to do is, in here, in their hub carriers, there's a bearing on this side and a bearing on the other side. When you build this kit, you should grease these things before you put them together. I didn't. I was in a hurry when I built this kit, and I think I built the whole entire thing probably within an hour. It's not very hard to build, just follow step-by-step instructions. Pretty simple. Alright, so we're going to get in here and show you the easiest way to do this. There is no need to pull this hex, this Allen key, and the pin out. There's no need to go ahead and do all that. And you can just undo this top little screw here, take it off, put it off the side, keep track of where you're putting all your stuff. The best little thing is like a little cup, put your parts in, pull that off to the side, this little piece right here, and then drop your spindle, pull your drive axle out. I've already pulled out the back bearing. Then you can just take your little Allen key, sorry I'm trying to do this one-handed, and pop your bearing out. You can pop them both out, it's pretty simple. I just can't do it one-handed. Be right back. Alright, so now that you have your bearings out, you're going to want to pack them full of this white lithium grease. It's the best stuff you can use. Be generous with it. It's, as you can see, it's all weather, water resistant, and heat resistant. This will keep your bearings from corroding, rusting, breaking down on you. Keep your spindles from seizing up, keep your drive axles from getting all messed up with them. Just make everything running a lot smoother. Like I said, be generous. This stuff's probably like $2 or $3 a bottle. I think I've paid $3 for it when I got it in. I don't know why they don't give you any with the kit. Most kits that I build usually come with a little tube of grease, but this one didn't. But go ahead and do it for all 4 sides of the car. There should be 2 bearings in each spindle. Alright, so now that you have your bearings packed, I went ahead and packed the back side of my CV axle. Went ahead and did the shaft. And then I also packed the front and the back of the spindle with the same white lithium grease. So once you do that, you just go ahead and install everything back the way it was when you took it apart. And there you have it. There is one side completely put back together. Like I said, the reason for doing this is to prolong the life of your bearings. It's It's so much cheaper to go ahead and buy some of this stuff, this white lithium grease, than it is to have your bearings seize up on you, and then you have to go out and spend a bunch of money replacing your bearings. Bearings can go anywhere from $15 anywhere up to $60, depending on what you get and then how many you need. When I did my gears inside, I did the same exact thing to all the bearings inside. As you see in my upgrade video, I'm very generous with the amount of this lithium grease I use. At $3 a bottle, why would you not be? Alright, we're going to go ahead and move on to the next side. Alright, so while I'm setting up to do the other side, the other rear side of this, one thing I will say is this grease may be weather resistant, water resistant, heat resistant, but it is not dirt resistant. So you're going to want to keep track, keep up, just watch what your parts are doing, because grease, it's going to attract dirt. So as you're bashing away, running out your batteries and stuff like that, just look at your parts. Look where you're putting your grease at. Make sure you're not getting a big dirt buildup and stuff on them. If there is, just take them back apart, clean them up. WD-40 cleans pretty well. It doesn't hurt anything. And then dry them off with, paper towels. Don't get any paper residue or anything left over on it. And then repeat the process you're seeing here. Alright, now that I'm moving on to the other side, I'm going to attempt to get you a video of how you actually pack these things. So you put some on your finger and you pack them. Don't worry if you get it into the center of them. I mean, that's just more grease for your shafts. It's no biggie. If you're really worried about it, you can take your Allen key, get in there and pull it away, and then you're going to flip it over and do the same thing to the other side. I use my fingers just because you can get in there and get a way better on it. And these things do get slippery, so as you can see, sliding all over the place here. Alright, we'll do the same to all of them. Alright, I have both sides, both rear sides taken care of, all greased up, ready to rock. One quick little thing is, there's no need to go out and spend a bunch of money on those little riser stands you see. I think it's pointless personally. I mean, if you want to do it just for the look of it or anything like that, that's fine. The tires work just fine, as you see. Another tip is keep your work area clean. Wherever you're working on, make sure you have your room, your environment, and keep it clean. Because when you're working with grease, it'll pick up every little thing it touches. Okay, moving on to the front. Now, the easiest way to do this one is to get my little pointer here. Get a screw here, top screw, and the bottom screw. You'll do that and it'll pivot out, giving you to be able to take the little axle out to get to the bearings. So I'm going to do that real quick off camera. Alright, now that I have both screws removed, I'm going to go ahead and pull this off to the side. See how easy that is? And just take off your little axle part, which allows you to get both sides of your bearings, the two that are in the front. Here in about a week or so, I'm actually going to replace these front spindles to the hot racing aluminum ones, only because I want a stronger arm right here. This is just my preference. I'd rather have a stronger arm. And if you go to replace aluminum parts, keep in mind that aluminum does not give. It bends and it breaks. So your best bet would be to go aluminum, plastic carrier, then go back to aluminum spindle, if that's what your choice may be, if that's what you want to do. I've been looking around for RPM parts, but they have yet to make any parts for this model that I know of. If anybody does know of any, please post them in the comments, because that'd be great to know. Because RPM has a lifetime replacement parts if you break something, to where Hot Racing has a 50% reimbursement that they'll replace them for a lifetime, but only at 50% of the cost. Alright, now we're going to do these bearings. So I went ahead and did the other side as well, other front right side. All put back together, greased, packed, ready to rip. All that's left to do now is put the pins in the front, the hexes, and reinstall the tires. But that is how you pack your bearings and prolong the life of them and other moving parts for the most part. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, concerns, comments, please leave those in the link below. And please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more following videos, because I do know that Krampus is possibly in the process of making a track for himself, so hopefully he gets some footage of that. And I do believe we may do some challenges back and forth here once I get this thing back on the road, because without a few parts I really can't do anything. I can't do no test driving on this, which I'm really looking forward to, because with this system I want to see what it can do. So please stay tuned for the next videos, and hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.